Good morning. I'm Carlos Brian Alido, and for MMS 197 Research in Multimedia, this is my presentation. I've decided to conduct a simple SWOT analysis, or determining the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats with regard to the use and the role of social media in an open university. Now, that is my chosen topic, and I want to concentrate or focus more on Facebook and other social medias just like YouTube to deliver and to do a research about its effectivity aside from its role in an open university setting like in UPOU. So let's start with the strength. Now it says here that it is more accessible and practical as more ISPs offer free Facebook. It means that it can be accessible or it can be, we can check it from time to time. Since even if we don't have internet connection, our ISPs such as Globe or PLDT, they offer free Facebook so we can, access it all the time. Then the interaction is more real time. Because as compared to my portal, there are more users being online in Facebook. That's why, it gives them more time to check the page or the group where discussion forums and exchanges of thoughts are there as compared to my portal wherein you have to click so many things before you get there. And then substitute for my portal. Now it's not like it is a substitute, 100% substitute, because as we all know, Facebook is not formal, while my portal is our true academic website. Then collaborating with friends, interacting with friends, classmates can be done easily via social medias, because there is a chat option and it is really easy for you to talk to your classmates and even your teachers using Facebook. Then information sharing is easier as compared to the academic portal. Because in Facebook, you can share videos, you can share files, or you can share your PDFs. Well, in my portal, I don't think there is an opportunity for you to share it via private message. Then flexibility. Facebook is very flexible whether you are in mobile or desktop. Because sometimes in my portal, there is like a compatibility issues. Sometimes you log in and it lets you, it accepts your username and password, but for some reason it leads you to nothing. So there is some sort of compatibility issue. And then Facebook has a huge and active user base. Like what I've said earlier, a lot of people or students or well, maybe teachers are online all the time using Facebook. But students are not really online all the time using my portal. This is not really to discuss the disadvantages of my portal, but this just to highlight the comparison that social medias are also great substitutes in case that my portal is not present. And then Facebook or other social medias are present and accessible in all geographies. It means that, almost all countries, they have Facebook, they have YouTube, they have other forms of social medias. Well, sometimes my portal is not accessible to this country. I'm not really sure if there are issues like that. But then, in terms of Facebook, since it's really international based, less problem or issues are there in terms of accessibility, in my own words. Then weaknesses, you cannot upload your assignment or projects using Facebook because, or using, yes, using Facebook because it is not permitted because Facebook is really not formal. It's not really our academic website. It's really meant for information dissemination and more of interaction. And then sometimes it can be confusing if not utilized properly because students are can rely on Facebook more rather than my portal. Then we cannot control the site maintenance. As we all know, we're not really Facebook. And then prone to hackers and other forms of attacks, that's given. Sometimes too, advertisements can be annoying because in this, your the right side corner of your screen are full of other advertisements. Then opportunities, more in-depth and active discussions using the threads or even the chat function in social media sites. Social media can also be the platform for group activities, that's true. Then taking advantage for utilization in mobile device due to increasing numbers of people using mobile device and are more comfortable using it, then that's true. Because if we're going to utilize Facebook more or utilize it in a way that we can disseminate information, then that would be very beneficial to everyone. Then threats. Students can be dependent sometimes and can possibly ignore or disregard my portal. That's really dangerous because, we tend to ignore portal and then we can rely on Facebook more, and that should not happen. I still believe that my portal is more secure than any social media sites because we have our own security services. We have our own, team that monitors that, the safety and security of our information, and it's not really more prone to attacks just like Facebook that's more prone to attack and hackers. Can also be the cause of misunderstanding and misinterpretation sometimes since words or letters do not have any tone. My point here is that sometimes it's really easy to misinterpret someone in Facebook because you can't really hear what he's saying due to the fact that it's all exchanges of letters and words. Facebook is not formal platform. Other may just ignore it. That's what I've said earlier. Then inability to manage feeds and threads can be impacting because in Facebook sometimes you have to click this and then it will take you to this thread and it's really a process. Then people have privacy concerns in Facebook. Sometimes it's really hard to detect if this person is really your classmate or someone is just using a fake account and pretend that he is or your classmate or teacher. Then we don't have any way of knowing that since it's really, Facebook is accessible for everyone and can be used by everyone. Even identity theft is also possible in Facebook. Then research methods to use in proving the claim. In here, if we're going to determine the role of multimedia or the use of multimedia in an open university, since it's very beneficial, we also still have to conduct researches, like in qualitative, wherein it's more in-depth, and we can dig deeper as to what we're trying to, what goal are we trying to establish. Like, we can do qualitative research, wherein we can do, FGDs or focused group discussions that we can talk about if it's really effective, if it's really beneficial, or what are the things that we don't want, what are, the pros and cons of using social media, such as Facebook and YouTube, in terms of delivering our academic learnings. We can do group chat. FICs can also be there, and it's like you're doing a classroom discussion that you ask everyone their thoughts about it. Then quantitative research is really really possible, especially in multimedia, because you can do live poll questions and you can get live answers. Because if survey is really the answer, if numbers is what we're aiming for, then it can easily be done in social media. Now, this sums up my report. Most of my report are included, or the thoughts are included in the academic paper, in the proposal. But in here, I've chosen to do a SWOT analysis, so it's more simple, it's more basic, and it's really easy to understand. And, I just want to say that Facebook and other forms of social media is really, really needed in an academic setting, especially in an open university like UPOU.